Cancel culture. It's a term that's become synonymous with internet drama and deplatforming. Over the past few years, we've seen countless influencers, streamers, and content creators banned from platforms for various reasons. But the internet is a strange place. Getting cancelled does not always mean the end. In fact, some creators have only grown bigger after being deplatformed. Today, we're taking a deep dive into how cancel culture has changed the internet forever by looking at creators who were banned but found ways to thrive regardless. Let's start with one of the most famous duos, the Tate Brothers. Andrew and Tristan Tate have been two of the most divisive figures on the internet. Known for their outspoken views on masculinity, women, and society, their opinions have sparked endless debate. Andrew in particular blew up in 2022 for saying some of the most controversial and for some humorous statements anyone had seen before on the internet.
I trained so hard, bro, I did bench. Fucking bunch of You could never have been through what I've been through. Now you're gonna come to me and ask me about fucking shoes? Shoes! I will bench press your mom in flip-flops or running shoes, it doesn't matter!
To some, it may have seemed purely controversial and not funny, but on the other hand, a lot of people found these videos entertaining, and Andrew's popularity skyrocketed. But as Tate Brothers' popularity grew, things escalated. In August of 2022, Andrew Tate got banned from nearly every mainstream platform for alleged violations of guidelines, misogyny, and hate speech. Andrew's YouTube channel, Tate Speech, was banned, his Instagram account, Cobra Tate, was also removed, and even his Twitter and TikTok accounts were shut down. Although Tate denied allegations of misogyny and hate speech, branding his comments as jokes and a character he was playing that people took out of context, he still faced bans across platforms. Not long after, his brother Tristan was banned from social media platforms like Instagram. What followed was something no one saw coming. Instead of fading away, the Tate's popularity only seemed to skyrocket. Instead of moving on after their cancellation, they transitioned to alternative platforms like Rumble and Telegram, where their fanbase followed. On Andrew Tate's Rumble channel, Tate Speech, Andrew managed to gain over 2 million followers and continues to pull in hundreds of thousands of views on his videos, with thousands of live viewers during his streams. While many saw these bans as a way to silence them, it ended up amplifying their message with certain communities. The Tates simply shifted to a platform that allowed them to continue making their content. For example, Andrew Tate was one of the most Googled people in the world in 2022. In 2023, he appeared on a podcast with Sneako, a former host of Impulsive, accumulating over 18 million views across 2 parts, which showed that even though Tate was banned on YouTube, there was still immense demand for his content. In 2022, with Elon Musk's acquisition of Twitter, the Tate brothers, along with others previously banned from Twitter, were reinstated. Musk's new policy emphasized free speech on the platform, with public pressure to bring back names like Jordan B. Peterson, Alex Jones, and even former President Donald Trump. On November 18, 2022, Andrew Tate was brought back to Twitter and gained 1 million followers within 48 hours. As of today, Andrew Tate has 10 million followers on his Twitter account and runs one of the biggest financial and self-improvement educational platforms in the world, called The Real World, aimed at teaching men how to become financially and physically stronger. Next up is Sneako, a creator who, like Andrew Tate, faced the wrath of cancel culture. Although Sneako had been creating content for years, even appearing on MrBeast's channel, he blew up for his controversial statements and his ability to speak his mind no matter the consequences. This led to some backlash, but also gained him many fans. Known for his divisive takes on gender roles, society, and self-improvement, Sneako built a large following on YouTube. But in October 2022, YouTube pulled the plug, banning him from repeated violations of its hate speech and misinformation policies. A channel with over 1 million subscribers was now gone. Sneako also reported being banned from Instagram. YouTube's official statement read, "We terminated 2 channels associated with the creator Sneako for violating our terms of service. Channels with an active community guideline strike are unable to post content, and it's a violation of our terms of service to circumvent that decision through the use of another channel." As a result, YouTube said it terminated 2 channels associated with Sneako under names of Sneako and Sneako. So what did Sneako do? He aligned himself with Andrew Tate, pivoted to Rumble, and found a new platform where he could continue sharing his message without the restrictions of mainstream media. Instead of shrinking after his YouTube ban, Sneako gained more visibility thanks to his association with Tate and his ongoing appeal to young men. On October 1st, 2024, Sneako tweeted about the 2-year anniversary of his YouTube ban, saying he never stopped and did what many thought was impossible. Sneako also announced on a stream that his Rumble contract had ended and that he would would be taking a break to go to Medina and study Islam, as it is his new religion. But just 2 days later, on October 3rd, Sneako revealed he would be returning to Twitch after being unbanned and had already gained 1,000 subs after his second stream. Sneako's story is a prime example of how the internet's shifting platforms create space where cancel culture doesn't always have the final say. As long as alternative platforms exist, being banned from mainstream media can actually become an opportunity for growth. Let's move to Adin Ross, a streamer who went from dominating Twitch to facing a permanent ban in 2023. Adin Ross initially started streaming NBA 2K, but his fame skyrocketed after interviewing some of the most famous and influential figures. One of his most viewed streams featured Andrew Tate, and more recently in August 2024, he streamed with Donald Trump. Known for his unfiltered and chaotic content, Adin often pushed the boundaries of what was allowed on Twitch. But eventually, his actions led to a permanent ban. Twitch cited violations of their community guidelines, including hateful and offensive remarks made on stream. In February 2023, Adin Ross was finally and permanently banned from Twitch for hateful comments, including slurs in his chat from Kick.
I got indefinitely suspended from Twitch because my Kick chat box was in the top right, and dude, they never been anyone over that shit. They banned me for unmoderated control over a chat. But like, that's so stupid because that, like, people's Twitch chats all say a bunch of slurs all the time.
But just like others, this ban didn't mark the end of Adin Ross's career. Instead, he struck a massive deal with Kick, a relatively new streaming platform that boasted fewer content restrictions. Kick later skyrocketed, and this move not only allowed Adin to maintain his fanbase, but also gave him a financial boost, as Kick is backed by the gambling site Stake.com, which offered him a lucrative deal. Adin's shift to Kick demonstrated how a ban on one platform can push creators toward alternatives that offer even greater freedom, and in some cases, more financial rewards. Kick's looser regulations have made it a haven for streamers like Adin, who want to operate outside the constraints of platforms like Twitch. No discussion about deplatform creators would be complete without mentioning DrDisrespect. In 2020, DrDisrespect, one of the most recognizable figures in gaming, was permanently banned from Twitch with no explanation given. The sudden ban left his millions of fans in shock, as Twitch provided no reason for the action. In 2024, rumors surfaced that DrDisrespect had been messaging a 17-year-old minor back in 2017. An ex-employee of Twitch by the name of Cody Connors made a tweet claiming DrDisrespect was banned in 2020 because he was inappropriately texting a minor through Twitch whispers and tried to meet her at TwitchCon. This tweet went viral because until now, the reason for DrDisrespect's ban had remained a mystery. While DrDisrespect admitted to messaging a minor, he denied any inappropriate intent, insisting the messages were related to TwitchCon and that he never had any intention of meeting the individual in real life. Despite these allegations, no concrete evidence has surfaced to substantiate further claims. However, following the tweet, DrDisrespect was demonetized on YouTube, fired from a gaming studio, and faced massive backlash. DrDisrespect went quiet for around 2 months, not streaming and only occasionally tweeting. That was until September 2024, when DrDisrespect streamed after 2.5 months on YouTube. On the stream, he explained that he had been legally required to stay silent on the matter, but the case has now been resolved.
You see, there was a lawsuit pending, and as part of that arbitration, all parties were not allowed to speak publicly about the case. I respected those rules. My lawsuit against Twitch was eventually resolved, as you all know. But even then, as part of the settlement, all parties were still prohibited from speaking publicly about the case or the settlement.
Many saw this as an attempt at clout chasing by Cody Connors, as it was revealed that Connors had sold tickets to a show where he promised to reveal the truth behind DrDisrespect's ban only after the show sold out. After resurfacing, DrDisrespect completely denied using Twitch's whispers for any illegal or inappropriate behavior.
Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me without ever interviewing me, the user, or any other third party, including the partner manager.
Despite the backlash, DrDisrespect remains on YouTube, where he has maintained a loyal fan base. While his Twitch days are over, his ability to continue streaming on YouTube and retain his audience proves that a ban on one platform isn't always the end of the road. He continues to stream on YouTube and claims his innocence in the case. When Elon Musk purchased Twitter in 2022, one of his major moves was restoring previously banned accounts. Figures like Andrew Tate, Alex Jones, Jordan B. D. Peterson, and even former US President Donald Trump were reinstated. Musk's decision has reshaped the discourse around cancel culture. For some creators like the Tate Brothers, this marked a major return to mainstream social media. Twitter, now rebranded as X, had long been one of the most important platforms for public figures, and their reinstatement allowed them to reconnect with millions of followers. Musk's acquisition of Twitter/X highlights how cancel culture is often platform dependent. As ownership changes, so do the rules, and creators who were once deplatformed can make a comeback, sometimes with even more influence than before. So, what does all this mean? Cancel culture has undeniably changed the internet in ways we could never have predicted. Deplatforming might be intended as a punishment, but as we've seen, for many creators it's far from the end. Whether it's moving to platforms like Rumble or Kick, or even getting reinstated after leadership changes, the digital landscape is constantly shifting. The question we're left with is, does cancel culture actually work, or does it just push people to different corners of the internet, allowing them to thrive elsewhere?